Guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we got another video for you guys. We're gonna be removing the Taram's Smart 8 case. We're gonna be removing these amplifiers, and I'm gonna be installing the Crescendos 17 case on these subwoofers, and we're probably gonna try one of the Crescendos at 1/2 ohm to see how loud we can get this system on these Fi HC18s from Fi Audio. So we're gonna be removing these amps and like I said, getting the other ones installed here. Probably have to do some modifications, see if I can get the amp rack to fit right in here. But that's what we're fixing to do, guys. Hope you guys like it. Alright guys, we got all the speaker side all disconnected, including the remote, the power remote. Now we're gonna move over to the power and ground side. Now we're gonna have to be very careful on this side, make sure none of the wires touch. So that's what I'm fixing to do now. Alright guys, and I got all the power and ground disconnected. And what I did with all the powers, I wrap them with these rags. I zip tie them out of the way. You don't want to take the risk of any of those wires touching any ground. It can be really bad. So now I just gotta take all these bolts from the brackets, and I'm gonna remove all 4 amplifiers at once. Start making room for the 17 case in here. We're making some progress. All right, now we can remove these amplifiers. Now we got plenty of room from the Crescendos to get back in here. But I need to do some cleaning before I continue with this. And I have a few guys asking me about this lithium bank. This is a C-Max lithium bank, 135 amp hours. This bank should be good for 30,000 watts. All depend on your electrical. And I'm charging this battery with 2 McMahon 320s. Now I have the amp rack for the Crescendos in here. I'm just checking to see what I had to do to make it work, to be able to put them back in here. And I used to have this amp rack mounted to the box, and it was a little different setup. So I remember I weld these legs to be mounted on the floor, on the bed, but now they're on the way, so I'm gonna have to remove them. I'm gonna have to cut them, these 2 legs right here, this one and this one, to be able to make it work. Now that we had all this room right now, I decided to make a fuse holder over here, and that way we can have some protection from the amps to the battery, to the lithium bank. And I moved the voltmeter up here. That voltmeter used to be down here, but if I leave it there, we won't be able to see it with the amps. And we're making progress. Alright guys, and I just got done modifying the amp rack for the Crescendos 17 case. So it's pretty much ready to go back in the truck. Well, I'm gonna stop right here. I got one of the amplifiers completely wired up on the power and side ground. Now I just gotta set the gain on the amplifier, install the speaker wires, and we can start testing. Like I said, we're only gonna be testing one of the amplifiers at the moment, because I don't think I have enough wire, zero gauge wire, to wire this second amplifier, because I waste all my wire on these dual inputs. So I'm gonna have to make new wires to be able to wire this second one. But it's looking pretty good, guys. And to be able to clamp power with the AM1, I'm gonna have to run these single speaker wires to the amplifier. That way we can run this power wire to the AM1. And like I said, these we're gonna be wired to 0.5 ohm on the amplifier on the back side. Alright guys, and I just finished setting the gain on the amplifier, and now we're gonna check for the final ohm load. Let's see what we get. Like I said, it should be around 0.5 ohm. See what we get. 0.5, 0.6. Pretty close. So we should be able to get pretty decent power out of this single 17K wire like this. Now we're gonna go to the testing location. We're gonna do 3 burps. One is gonna be on the kick, see how loud we can get it there. Then we're gonna try another one on the glass, and one last one on the headrest. See how loud we can get it. We're also gonna be checking the wattage on music. We're gonna be checking the performance on the amplifier playing music, see how much power we clamping on a regular song. Alright guys, and after all this work, we're finally gonna be able to start doing some testing. Got the meter right on the kick, and it's a very windy day. I got the AM1 all good to go. We're gonna burp the truck at 40 hertz, which is the peak of this cabin on this truck. Is gonna get the loudest. So the first one is gonna be on the kick. I set my clipping right at 35 on my head unit. Right now I got the volume set at 36. See how much we can get. I'm gonna reset that. 40 hertz. All right. Did a 162, 63 and 40 hertz with a single 17K at 0.5 ohm. Let's see how much power we clamp. That's a false reading right there, 0.2. It can be right. Well, that was a false reading there. That was a false reading. I gotta reset again. We're gonna move the meter to the windshield, see what it'll give us there. Okay, I got the AM1 reset. Now we're gonna try it on the windshield, see what kind of number it can do up there. You guys can see it. Got the meter up there, and we're gonna reset this. Hopefully it'll read power this time correctly. 40 hertz on the windshield. $160.88. Let's see how much we clamp. I don't know if this number is right, but it's showing 23,611 watts. It's quite a bit of power there. Okay, we're gonna reset it. And we're gonna move the meter to the headrest. See what it does on the headrest. All right, I moved the meter to the headrest, on the headrest area. That window's closed. Driver's side door is completely open. Now we're gonna try what it can do on the headrest with a single 17K at 1/2 ohm. I'm gonna reset the last core. Hopefully it'll give us a good reading on the power reclamping. But those numbers seem kind of high. See what it does. 40 hertz on the headrest. All right, did a 159.58, 40 hertz. Let's see how much it's showing for power. Once again, guys, I don't know, 26,819 watts. I don't know if these numbers are right. I'm gonna try something different. Maybe because it's getting into clipping, it's touching clipping, maybe that's why it's giving us these readings. So I'm gonna back down the volume on the head unit to 35. See if we can get a better reading. I'm gonna move the meter back on the kick, see what we can get. All right, guys, we're gonna try it one more time. I just back down the volume on the head unit to 35. Meter back on the kick. And let's see if it'll give us a better reading or power. I'm gonna reset the AM1. See what it'll read. Hopefully it gives us a good reading this time. I'm gonna reset that. 40 hertz on the kick. Well, I did a 161.88 with a single 17K on the kick. Now we're on clean power. See how much we clamp. I don't think that number is right. These AM ones, they're good for 15,000 watts. So that reading right there, I don't think it's accurate at all. Any of the readings we get, because clamping over 15,000 watts, it won't show a good reading. Sorry about that, but I mean, we were able to get a pretty good number out of this 17K. And for people that likes the performance, to see the performance of the amplifier on music, I'm gonna try a song to see how much power we clamping out of the amplifier. But for copyright reasons, I'm disconnect the RCAs for the mids and heights, and that way we're gonna be able to hear bass, see how much is clamping on music. I'm gonna crank this up. Is doing there. Out a lot of power. Hope you guys like that. Alright guys, and I'm back on the house. I think on those burps we were clamping around 18,000 watts to do that number. But I really hope you guys like the video and stay tuned for the next ones. I'm planning to connect this second amplifier, see what kind of difference it'll make being connected at 1 ohm. Stay tuned for that, and like always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.